Welcome to the Nebula Quilt Along. We are in week 3. This week we're going to be working on blocks C and D. Last week in week 2 we did blocks A and B. Those should all be pressed and trimmed and set aside. So we are going to be on page 4 and 5. This is block C. And so we're going to be doing 2 of the same size squares. So you'll need 2 of these and 1 of these. So for block C, just kind of think of it like as if you're putting borders on a quilt. You're going to start opposite sides first. Then you'll press those and do the other sides. That's it, super easy. Okay, now for block D. These ones are a little bit more complicated, so I'm gonna go step by step and show you. This is where the intermediate level kind of comes into play because we're gonna be doing some half rectangle triangles. So we start off with your large background square. We're gonna lay it right sides together with one of our smaller squares, and we're just gonna snowball the corner, no big deal there. So once you've snowballed that corner, press your seams. I prefer to do them open so that they're nice and flat. But then we're gonna look at this next section. You see where it says that little red mark there? So that mark needs to go 5/8 in from where these 2 fabrics meet together in this point. You can see I'm a tiny bit off, but we're gonna cover that. So, all right, so if you're not real great with rulers, let's just go over this real quick. So this is an 1/8 mark. So you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is your 1/2 inch mark, so it's 1/8 past that. So I'm gonna put that 5/8 right here, and then I'm gonna mark right here. So when I place my larger rectangle, I'm gonna put the point right at that mark, and then down here, I'm gonna put this point right on the edge of my fabric, and then I'll pin that in place. All right, so we're all pinned in place. I have my line going from corner to corner, and this is one of those blocks where you just have to be super exact and go from exactly this point to exactly that point. And again, I prefer to do my seams open just because it makes for like a really nice flat quilt block, and it's nice and easy on my long arm when I go to quilt on it. So I like to press both sides. I don't use steam in my iron. I've had it go bad one too many times and squirt some brown stuff. So I just mist it with a little bit of water, and there's your block D. So go ahead and check how many you need for this week and then press them, trim them, set them aside for next week.